Bow, now, now, now.
Your ass better call somebody.
Bow, now, now, now.
You have tuned in to Tough Talks with Tilly and the Block, and we want the smoke. Yeah.
Get that smoke. I was so tripped out because the music stopped and all I heard was that fucked up sound that happens.
Oh, shit.
I couldn't
Okay.
hear you.
Damn,
Whoa.
I might have to switch batteries then. Is it still happening?
No, it's good right now.
Okay. Well, I got a backup right here just in case that happens again. So, yeah, we good to go. Oh, man, this is episode 75 of the standalone Tough Talks with Tilly and the Block. And we still have your reigning, defending, undisputed Tough Talks champion, Tilly, holding it down. You know what I mean?
Bitch.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy to say that, but you know, I gotta be impartial as the champion.
It'll get
of the
easier
people.
with time.
No, well, exactly, because I'll be able to say and new the next time around. But that's okay. That's just because Hell in a Cell has been one of the most unpredictable or one of the least predictable pay-per-views since we started this. It's definitely it's one of those ones where like you can bring somebody back, and because you're so focused on the steel cage, you're not even thinking that they're gonna bring somebody back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Well, we could go.
Yeah, I mean, or it's also the pay-per-view where they'll have a months-long feud between Sasha and Charlotte that's clearly headed towards a Sasha Banks victory, only to have it changed like 5 minutes before they go out.
Yeah, that definitely didn't go over well with a lot of the banquettes.
Nope.
The banquettes. Yeah, no. And then so, you know, it's just one of those things. We'll see what happens. It's what day? It's Father's Day? June 16th, I think it is.
I think so. No, 16th is a Wednesday, so 13th.
13th? Gotta be
Is a
13th.
Sunday.
Hold on. Let me check that schedule. The schedule. Feel so grown. I have a schedule. Yeah, you're right. It's the 13th of Sunday. I'm thinking about candid conversations with Tanya Vividly. That's why. Okay, so yeah, but we got this the 13th. Yeah, that's Father's Day. Is that not the pay-per-view weekend?
I don't know.
I want to see. Typing it in now. Yeah. It is the 20th. No, so it's the week after Father's Day.
Oh, okay. So we got it.
Okay.
Like just under 3 weeks.
So that's gonna be something to watch. They usually have 2 cell matches.
Yeah. So is it just 2? Because don't they normally do like each show gets a men's cell match normally?
Yep.
But then there's usually women's cell matches too, aren't there?
Now, yeah.
So 4.
4. Oh yeah. Oh, 1 for each brand.
Yeah.
I think there's only 1 from each brand. Last year there's only 2 last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
right.
1 from Raw. I think they did the women's from Raw, and then the men from SmackDown or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, you know, it still has some. There's still some variances because you think, not Oscar, Rhea versus Charlotte. You think that would be in the cell?
Yeah.
And then Roman versus.
There was 3 last year.
There's 3 last year? Okay.
Yeah, there was a Hell in a Cell I Quit match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso when Roman broke Jey
Yeah.
into uh, being when he started beating on Jimmy
Yeah.
until Jay quit to make him his bitch.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's Sasha versus Bailey, where Sasha won the title,
Yeah.
and then there was Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Randy won the title off of Drew for like a day.
And then Drew went back
Yeah, so I mean
to
he
be.
won it for like a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there was 3 last year. So never know. Maybe they'll do 4 this year.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We're gonna be getting the setups for the Hell in a Cell title matches for sure. I think we're gonna get. I feel like Lashley versus Drew is gonna be in the cell, just because
Charlotte and Rhea is definitely in the cell. If it's not in the cell,
it should be.
like if
Yeah,
it's not in the cell, then I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Like I'm
yeah.
gonna have words for the WWE craft, right? Writing because if you have Sasha and
Oh,
Charlotte
I'll
in the
have
cell,
words. I'll have
if
words for the WWE staff.
straight, because if you can have Sasha and Charlotte, and that's not to take away from Sasha, but like Rhea is almost twice her size,
Yep.
so you know what I mean. You could put power against power. You can do some serious like
Oh, your
it
mic's
could get
fucking up.
vicious. It could get vicious. Oh, Mike's fucking up. Fucking Mike. Let me get this thing fixed up here. Hold on. Is that still going on?
Nope, not right now.
Okay. So I'll just get this next one ready for just in case.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, Rhea is built for Hell in a Cell matches.
Hmm.
Like, she's a big, strong chick, and she will fuck people up. So I'd love to see that. Uh, I wonder if Charlotte is still as much of a psychopath as she was when she faced Sasha in the cell and wanted to do the moonsault off the cell. I'm sure they still
Madness.
won't let her, but
No, probably not.
and they shouldn't.
So, like it's like she'll moonsault off of anything though. I saw her the other day and she was just like, "Yeah, y'all outside the ring, huh? Fuck this noise." Climbs up to it, moonsault to the
Oh
outside.
yeah,
Why? You know what I mean? It's
because she's
just,
fucking insane.
and it's so picture perfect. It's like she pauses at the tip and then just brings her feet around and then just
Yeah, it's. I will say that is a much safer moonsault than to do one off of the fucking cell onto a table, because like with when she does it to a bunch of people outside the ring, they're all there to catch her and break the fall.
mhm.
So yeah, I mean, fuck, she's a mental patient.
Yep, yep. But
Whew,
hey, she makes it look good.
fuck yeah, she does.
Makes it look good. I'm
I'll go
telling you.
crazy with her.
Yeah. Getting messages from Azan telling me I got stuff on the way. Just like, listen, stop it. You're too convenient. You need to go away. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I had a little bit of as a sidebar, I had a little bit of a test. I ordered from the Mart and I ordered from the Zon. And I had way less issues from the Zon than I did the Mart. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I had to reschedule the candid conversations for today because our time schedule, our time zones are different. And I was planning for a time where he's at his peak of running around. So shout out to
Okay.
Caleb the Virgo for doing his thing, you know what I mean, keeping in touch and let me know what's up. All right,
Yep.
so yeah, we're gonna jump into this raw results for Monday, May 24th. Not this past Monday, but the Monday before. And Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston come calling for Bobby Lashley.
Yep. So Kofi is currently saving this feud. Um, we've talked about it before.
Hmm.
The Lashley McIntyre shtick is getting kind of old.
Hmm.
But Kofi is the man. I'm tempted to say that Kofi and Xavier, but they are basically saving Raw right now.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of Raw is a wee bit of a dumpster fire right
Just a
now.
smidge there.
Like it's not great. Also, big difference that I've noticed between Bobby Lashley's Ho Train and the Godfather's Ho Train is the quality of Ho. Um, Lashley's are busted.
Really? You think so?
Oh, they're busted.
There's
They're
a couple.
busted.
There's a couple that look like they had more muscle than like anything else. There's a couple that look like they're serious in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not really. I don't know if it's because I'm watching with the missus or if I'm not really looking. I don't really notice.
I mean, well, Lashley and Bobby were, or Lashley and Bobby, well, Lashley and Drew were saying their stuff. I was mostly not focused on what they were saying, and then I was quickly like, it's really a toss up between which one's more interesting right now.
Okay, okay. So you're having an Aaliyah moment there.
Yeah,
Tough talks with Tilly in the block, yo. You're gonna hear some raw talks. You're gonna hear some smack. You're gonna hear the raw talks and the smackdown. You know what I mean? It is what it is as we go
it is
around.
what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, so basically they came out. They Drew bitched, saying that he keeps putting his nose in Bobby's business because Bobby's business is his business.
Mm.
Montavious said, "You keep sticking your nose in our business."
Mm.
It's like, holy Christ! If I hear the word "business" one more fucking time without it being preceded by "the hurt," I'm gonna snap. And then yeah,
uh,
Adam Pierce came out and said, "Oh, there's a really simple way to solve this, as far as I can see. Drew versus Kofi right now to figure out who's gonna face Bobby at Hell in a Cell." Blah blah blah. And then Bobby, I think it was Bobby, got involved.
both of them.
Oh, well, actually, we'll get to that. I guess it got its own segment. I thought it was all as one.
Oh no, you might as well ball it into one because Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston ends in a no contest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so yeah, Lashley came in, attacked both people, which ended it up, yeah, which made it end as a no contest. Um, After he hit them both, Kingston hit him with a Trouble in Paradise. McIntyre hit him with a Claymore. My hope is that we are not getting Bobby versus Lashley in a Hell in a Cell. My hope is we're getting Bobby versus Lashley versus Kofi in a Hell in a Cell.
Oh snap! When was the last time they had a triple threat in the Hell in a Cell though?
Can't even remember. Probably something with Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Randy Orton feels like he'd be
Yeah,
in one of those. It feels
yeah.
like, yeah.
But yeah, that's my hope. That's what I'm pitching to WWE. Lord knows they need people with ideas because they've let go of most of them.
Batter up, motherfucker. He pitching.
Um,
Shout out to the Wifeager for always tagging the WWE when we go live.
yeah, facts. Big shout out for that.
Big shout outs, big love. Okay, so man, the next match that came up was it was a matter of ego, it was a matter of hype, it was a matter of who could finish quickest in the night. So Nikki Cross defeated Rhea Ripley in a beat the clock challenge that was instigated by Charlotte Flair. Yeah, yeah.
So that thing earlier where I said dumpster fire, dumpster fire. This makes no fucking sense. Beat the clock challenge is you have two people face off against the same person, but like kind of back to back or on different nights if it's gonna be, more fair. but it has to do with somebody setting a time by doing that time. This one is Charlotte was like, I could beat Nikki Cross in 2 minutes, but I've already got a match. So Rhea, you beat her in two. You try to beat her in 2 minutes. And then once it hit 2 minutes, ding ding ding, match over, Nikki wins. That's
Yeah,
the whole thing. That's everything. That's everything that happened.
yeah, yeah. That's basically the
That's
rundown.
dog shit.
I mean, shout outs to Nikki Cross for coming back and looking like she trimmed up. You know what I mean? And she did
Oh,
trim up
Nikki
nice.
looks great.
Nikki
Nikki
looks
looks
amazing.
great. I love Nikki Cross. I'm not
Yeah,
saying any of the people involved are dumpster fire, but the writing and execution was a fucking dumpster fire. And doesn't it like as great as Nikki looks, and she looks great. It doesn't make Nikki look great in the ring because it's a thing of like one girl said they could beat her in 2 minutes, so the other girl tries to beat her in 2 minutes, almost does but couldn't, so Nikki's gifted a W.
yeah. It makes her look scrappy.
No,
It
it
makes it.
doesn't.
Yeah, it
Two
does.
minutes is like the shortest you can possibly have a match without it being a complete squash. It was a pointless endeavor.
But it brought Nikki Cross back into the fold. So I don't know.
The only good thing it did was it put Nikki on TV.
Yeah,
Only good thing it did.
yeah. That's what I'm
Doesn't
looking
make
at it
Rhea
from.
look good going into her title match. Doesn't make her look anything. It's
No.
just a non-event. This could be completely wiped from history and not matter.
Oh gosh. Teely Graves, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, he just goes with you. He goes with it, man. He just goes with it. Well, I don't know. I think it made Rhea look a little loose in the set, like a loose cannon in a bit for a bit. You know what I mean? Like she lost control over herself. Um, but again, it could have been written a little better. It could have been written
A
a little
lot
better
better.
for sure.
A lot better, yeah.
Hmm.
By not having it be a beat the clock challenge with no clock to beat.
Yeah, well, the 2 minutes was the clock.
I know, but that's like this is a problem that WWE has where they forget what their own terminology means.
Oh snap!
Like they they make up a fucking match style and then they forget what the fuck it was and like, fuck, what was that thing we did?
No continuity in the WWE
Somebody
universe.
put 2 minutes up.
Oh man!
Because like why is that a win for Nikki?
At
That's
least
what
they
I mean.
didn't.
It doesn't count. It doesn't mean I don't understand why that's a win for Nikki when it wasn't a thing. Like there was no setup for that. There's no reason to be like, oh, because Charlotte says she can beat Nikki in 2 minutes. If once again says she can beat Nikki in 2 minutes, doesn't beat her in 2 minutes, says she could.
Hmm.
That now if Rhea doesn't beat Nikki in 2 minutes, she's lost. To who? She didn't lose
Hmm.
to Nikki. Nikki didn't beat her. Nikki was still sitting on the outside of the ring.
Hmm. I don't know, man. I guess I see the logic in your argument, but I guess from the perspective of her not being on as long as she was, or her being off as long as she was, and then coming back, they had to bring her back in a certain way. Like, I don't know.
Well, they had to bring
It
if
was,
they're gonna bring her back, you have to have a way to bring her back.
yeah,
But like you have to have a way to bring her back, and they didn't
yeah.
have one. Like they
That's what
didn't
I
they
was.
didn't come up with a way to do it, so they didn't do anything. They're just like, hey, everybody, Nikki Cross is back, and she's gonna not win a match, but get her name called out as the winner, and Rhea is handed an L because she couldn't do something that Charlotte said she could hypothetically do if she wasn't too busy that day.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
it's non logic. It's just goofy. Raw's a
Well,
dumpster fire.
closet dumpster fire.
No, not closet. Just Raw's a
Oh,
dumpster fire.
oh,
They're
Raw is a.
they're very out about them being a dumpster fire. By the way,
Oh.
happy Pride Month, everybody. They are about being in the closet and out. This is a weird fucking thing. Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Oh man, yeah. Happy Pride Month, everybody. You know what I mean? Like this is definitely something that's obscure.
Let's have a Pride Month match. Let's have Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley make out for 20 minutes, and then we all win.
I'm not sure if that's gonna win us any votes, bro. But
Eh,
hey, who knows? Who knows? Um, so we got Charlotte Flair defeating Asuka next.
yeah. So for the 700th time, we had Charlotte versus Asuka. For the 696th time, Charlotte won against Asuka. Um, yeah, I mean, it was insane. It was a dominant win over Asuka. There was a moment where Asuka looked like she was going to get the Asuka lock in, um, but it was also very clear who was going to be the winner of this match when they said that this match was happening because they're building Charlotte towards, you know, Hell in a Cell, and Asuka has not had much to do with this title picture since they had the triple threat.
Hmm. Well, it's interesting the way things are
It's
happening
weird.
nowadays. Um, yeah, you think the way they have it built, it wouldn't be the same people so fucking often because of their roster, but hey, it's
Well,
whatever.
with what the roster was.
Oh yeah, before they've been trimming that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, man. But
At the Tommy end,
mm, we had
but bum.
the it's funny you said Tommy. I got a message from someone named Thomas.
Oh,
I
I'm
was
gonna
like, how the hell?
Alistair black out.
Oh yeah. Oh man, damn. They just and that Strowman Express definitely left the station. You
Oh
know what
my
I mean?
god. Oh
Mm-hmm.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
It
But
sure
moving
fucking did.
on, Cedric Alexander defeated Shelton
Yeah,
Benjamin.
bitch. Yeah, I mean, so this is the feud. Honestly, this is the feud that has the most story and emotion in it in the whole
Mm.
fucking on the whole fucking Raw roster. Um, and the sad part is, I don't know if it's just me. I cannot stand the sound of Cedric's voice when he cuts promos.
No. Oh my gosh, I want to throat punch him. It's
It's
so
awful.
annoying. It's
It's
like
so annoying.
it's
His
grating.
voice cracks like he's the fucking nerd who works at Krusty Burger on The Simpsons.
Hard.
It's
Hard.
atrocious. His voice. I'm
It's
so we didn't talk about this before we went on air, but I am so glad you fucking agree because
yeah,
Jesus
man. No, I was
Christ,
talking to Jenny about it the other day, and I
I
was just
can't
like,
stand it.
"Yo, what is
I
with his
can't stand
voice,
it.
bro? Like, it's like someone
It's bad.
already throat punched him or something. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's
yeah.
hard. It's
It's
hard."
shit.
He said you got to get yourself a better voice, man. You got to do some voice
Mm,
training.
it because like Cedric is incredible in the ring, but his voice is shit.
Hmm.
He sounds like trash on the mic. Get this
Hmm.
man a fucking mouthpiece.
Yeah, yeah. Like what's her name? Uh, she used to be with Naomi. Forgot about her for time. That other one, Cameron. Kind of like,
Oh right, I forgot about Cameron. Holy shit,
yeah, bro. Yeah,
totally
bro.
forgot about her. Yeah, yeah. I mean, somebody, anybody,
Yep.
anybody
Hmm.
who
Just
has a voice that's not that one, because that one's bad. Um, but yeah, they. they're still arguing over the Hurt Business, which is still a thing of like, come on.
Yep.
But yeah, Cedric basically just keeps going, saying that Shelton is washed up, and he's like, I'm young. How many years do you think you have left? And blah blah blah. And through most of the match, Cedric Alexander got washed, and then he hit Shelton with a thumb to the eye, quick neuralizer, bam, 1, 2, 3. So we'll see where this feud goes. Those two are people I'd love to see in a Hell in a Cell match against each other. I'd love to see a Hell in a Cell match, Shelton Benjamin versus Cedric Alexander.
Ooh, that would be something still.
Right?
Close the screen door. Oh, okay. Daughter's coming in from outside. Well, not coming in yet, but she's just. Yep. All right.
Yep.
So then, after all of this madness, we had Riddle defeat Xavier Woods.
This was cool. This was actually pretty cool. We're getting Randy is rubbing off on Matt Riddle. He is going a little heelish in his efforts, and they had a great match. Woodsy did fucking fantastic. Matt, as always, did very very good, and he finished the match with hitting Xavier with an RKO, which was pretty shocking. Like I didn't see it coming.
Well, the only reason you'll see something else coming is because I just said what I said.
Boom.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. There's definitely. Yeah, it's what's it called?
I hope what you're referring to is when I watch Raw today. I hope I see Randy Orton walk out with the swag like this and a fat joint in his mouth.
Yo, Orton and Riddle probably smoke like they like chimneys, bro. What do you mean?
Have them just swap personalities would be amazing.
Well, they, hey, I'm not even trying to ruin it, but just there's definitely something was swapped. We'll see what it is. You'll see what it is. But
Another
yeah.
5 months tie-in.
No,
Spit.
no.
Ray and Matt just start making out in the middle of the ring.
Oh my gosh, this guy just went there. Oh man, that's crazy. No, oh man, that would be the way to break up the team for sure.
I mean, that would be I mean, I don't know. I feel like that would make them look closer than ever.
Chalk. Okay. Yeah, no, exactly. That would make them definitely the closest tag team. Next
Ever.
to Ray. Yeah, next to Ray and Dominic, who haven't got to that point. But yeah.
Oh, I mean, let's not have Ray and Dominic go to that point. That's a
No,
whole other level.
let's not. Yeah, well, okay, so that's just lose one, lose them all. Yeah. So I hate when they push your buttons when they know they shouldn't. And it's just like I'm just gonna. All right, it's cool. Specialty, children's specialty, man. Doing things they know they're not supposed to do when they're not supposed to do it.
Yep.
All right. Well, Jackson Riker defeated AJ Styles. This is a whole clusterfuck.
No matter the reason, this should never happen. No matter the reason, that sentence should never have been able to have been read.
I don't even know how that happened. I had to read it twice in my head before I said it out loud.
Yeah, well, I mean, because Elias, Jackson was getting his ass whooped by AJ, as would be expected. And AJ threw Jackson into the ring, and then Elias came up from behind him and hit him in the face. And that was it.
Mm.
Like,
1, 2, 3.
uh, yeah. But then the plus side was we got to see Omos run full speed like a fucking complete psychopath after Elias and just ram him through the fucking video board at the top of the
Mm,
stage. So that was
mm,
pretty cool.
mm,
But once
mm.
again, the sentence Jackson Riker defeats AJ Styles should never be read under any circumstances ever. It shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, that's definitely a hard sell. It's a
It
hard
shouldn't
sell.
even be in fan fiction.
Oh
In the
man,
video game, it shouldn't be able to happen.
NWO versus WCW modes.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh man, speaking of things that you didn't think would happen and are still happening even after a year of happening, Sheamus defeated Humberto Carrillo.
I mean, yeah, now that makes sense. Other than the fact that why is Humberto Carrillo not one of the people who got cut? The
Oh wow.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
so.
this is what it is. It's just I it's hard to picture being less interested
Mm-mm.
in a feud. It just keeps going to the point where they've had to bring Ricochet in so that it's Ricochet and Carrillo versus Sheamus, basically. Um, I don't know if either of them in kayfabe have realized this yet, but only one of them will be able to win the title off of him. Why are you working together?
Mm. Maybe it's just to establish a bond that Ricochet can use to turn heel. Dun, dun, dun.
I'd love that. I mean, that would be awesome. Uh, and also, just because I'd like to see a heel Ricochet doing cool heel Ricochet things.
Mhm.
Um, in fact, if he goes heel, I say he changes his name back to Prince Puma and goes full like Lucha Underground style on his ass.
Mm,
Feeds him to
mm.
like a demon in the basement, like they did to Rey Mysterio.
Oh my gosh.
I'd never forget. Nobody ever forget that the way Rey Mysterio was written off of Lucha Underground when his contract expired with them was they fed him to a monster in the basement. They
Yep,
literally killed him off. He was eaten by a monster in the basement.
that's crazy.
Mental,
Yep.
mental shit. But yeah, Carrillo, after what had looked like that crazy injury that
Oh
ended
yeah.
the match early, is back doing Humberto Carrillo things.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it you know it is what it is. We'll
Yep.
see. We'll see how this ends. I'll give you a hint. It's not going to be with a Carrillo title reign.
I mean, like, if that does happen, though, wow, wow, we'll see. We'll see what's up. The final
Never.
match of the evening: Natalia and Tamina defeated Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team titles.
Yeah, with a big extra thank you to Reginald for
Yep.
distracting the referee while Shayna had Natalia pinned in a roll up that went to about a 7 count.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, first of all, let's say this: Natty's new gear,
Hmm. Hmm.
unreal,
Hmm.
unreal.
Now she just has to stay like as close to her current structure as she is. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
Natty is a beautiful Canadian queen.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Definitely.
but yeah, so Reginald distracted Shayna. Shayna said, "Fuck off." Reginald walked up the uh, ramp and got a big face full of cane fire, um, presumably from uh, Little Miss Bliss and her puppet friend, um, which to me says they're still aiming after Shayna Baszler. Hopefully that's the case. that's the feud I want to see.
Mm.
Is Alexa versus Shayna.
It looks. Oh yeah. What do you? Oh damn. That's this week, man. Cha. We got to start doing these on Sunday or Monday.
I know.
I keep getting caught up and going to say something that happens the week of. But it's all good. We have to talk about NXT. Always have to talk about NXT. It is
Best 2
2
hours of wrestling every
hours
week.
of the most intense action you will experience. We have the and new North American champion, the
Bronson
colossal
Reed,
Bronson Reed. Oh
my
yes, yes,
boy,
he
thick
done it
boy,
up. Thick boy. The Aussie, he got it. He
Aussie,
got
Aussie,
it.
Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. You know what I noticed though? They don't sell the North American title online.
What?
I haven't been able to find it on WWE.com.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I've been
I
looking
don't,
for that shit.
I don't like that.
Neither do I, fam, because like after the Intercontinental, it's just the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're going in stages,
Oh,
universe.
Mike, your mic's.
Oh,
Oh, it's back.
yeah. If you're going in stages, it's universe, world, intercontinental, North American, United States,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, there's WWE
I-
Championship title, the Blue Universal title,
Yep.
the Raw Women's, the SmackDown Women's,
Mhm.
WWE United States,
Mhm.
Intercontinental,
Mhm.
24/7. I mean,
24/7
fuck, man, I
title.
could make the 24/7 belt. Um, and then the NXT Men's and Women's, which I never, I never booked how precisely identical the NXT Men's and Women's
Yeah.
championships is.
I
It's
I think the
literally
only
just silver NXT instead of a gold NXT.
yeah, okay, I was just about to say that.
And it says women's under WWE, but other than that, it's
Mhm.
like the same number of those little like rivets on each side, everything.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah, why the fuck isn't there?
that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm irritated. I'm scrolling through more places.
Yeah, bro, listen, man.
There's the
Since I got
NXT UK
yep,
Raw Tag Team.
yep,
Oh, which by the way, I just want to back up our boy Woodsy. Uh,
yeah,
uh, can we get new tag team titles, please? These
okay.
are they're hideous. They're
All right.
fucking hideous. The
Y'all
Raw
need to
tag team titles and the women and the SmackDown tag team titles are fucking hideous. I don't even give a shit if they look exactly. If do what the NXT men and women's titles do. Just make them look like those fucking gorgeous women's tag team titles do, but with a slightly different color to them. Just
yep,
do it because
yep.
what the fuck are these goddamn Spartan helmet, big silver dollar
The Coliseum,
belts?
the Coliseum type, the Coliseum
They're
titles.
trash. They're
Coliseum
trash.
titles. Hey
They're
man,
hideous.
like
I would never want those.
I was in between buying them, genuinely speaking, because buying two of those is less than buying one of these.
Yeah.
And I was just like, but I don't know if I don't know who I'm gonna give the other one to. Like, I don't know if my brother's gonna want it the way, you know what I mean? If he's gonna put it up where, I'm
Yeah.
just like,
They're
you
just
know, just
they're gross, man. I fucking hate those belts so much. And I've hated them since they debuted them. The first time they changed it out before there was even a split between the Raw and SmackDown tag titles when they
yeah,
had not decided on that yet.
yeah.
I, I've hated them ever since. Like they're dog shit.
But
Um,
why don't they have my version of the titles? Like I don't understand. They don't have my version with side plates.
no, yeah, it's just three big silver dollars.
Yeah. Like
It's
the silver dollar, the silver the half dollar, and then the quarter.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh man.
Okay, here's something. Okay, that's pretty cool. they've got the up, up, down, down, and left, right championship
Yes,
replica titles.
yes. You didn't know
That's
that?
no, that's pretty sick. I didn't know they had
Yeah.
replica titles of those on.
Yep.
That's fire. I like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
They do still sell the Daniel Bryan eco-friendly championship replica title. That's
Yep.
awesome.
I even
They
made a
also
reference. I made a reference to the up, up, down, down in one of my tracks. I can't remember which one, but yeah, definitely.
they also still sell, and this is I'm convinced because they don't want to do anything cool with them any other times. The only reason they made Bray Wyatt the fucking Universal Champion for what a month is because they wanted to make the themed Universal Championship belt for them to sell for $436, and that's bullshit. It's the same reason. It's the same reason they gave our girl Naomi short ass fucking title reign so they could make the glow title.
I made it first. Whatever.
Yeah.
Uh.
Yeah, what the fuck? Raw Women's Kids. Yeah, no, now I'm on my kids titles.
Yep. Kids
Kids don't
replicas.
get titles. Fuck kids.
What are you talking about? My daughter's a champion. She's about to catch herself one of those. I don't know if I don't know if it's a
if you don't
graduation.
if you don't yell at her for whatever you're talking about losing.
She's just being a kid, man. I just
I
gotta
know.
work
I'm
on
just
letting
fucking
her.
around.
I know. I just gotta work on letting her be a kid. It's just like, what are you doing with that stuff? Being a kid, having fun. I didn't authorize that.
Yeah, quit that shit.
Cut it out.
I can't. I'm
Yeah.
stunned that there's no North American title on here.
I'm about
That's
to tweet Triple
disgusting
H
to me.
right now.
They fucking they sell the cruiserweight title and that's on TV once a year.
Nah, they're bigging up the cruiserweight title pretty nice now on NXT.
Yeah, that's true.
They're doing it
Since
up
Jordan
nice.
came back and did the Unify
Mm-hmm.
match with Phantasma. But fuck, man. It just doesn't make sense for them to not have those.
Nope.
All right, so I mean, yeah, in conclusion of our title segment, fuck you, WWE shop.
Why is the Nat NA title not available? I said listed in stores.
Yeah.
Now, who am I to ask Triple H a question directly? The whole damn block. That's who I am.
Yeah, so the motherfucking block.
You know what I mean? All right. So while we potentially wait for him to not answer that question directly, but watch.
Be
No, but
hilarious if he answered. If he retweeted during the podcast, I'll cry.
Yo, listen, I tweeted from the Tilly and the Block one, but I forgot to put my name on it. So
that's okay. That's a question from both of us, anyways.
Yeah, so you know what I mean.
That's one we both want to know.
I just want to know because it's possibly remember when we were just talking about it before it came out, like the Intercontinental title, and we're just like, why don't they have a North American title? And then,
bam.
You know what I mean? So like. That shit hits home. All right, let's get to the SmackDown results for May 28th, 2021 as of WWE.com. All right. We have the Usos defeat the Street Profits.
Great match. Yeah. Great match. Amazing to see the Usos back in tag team action. That's fucking always a joy because those two are goddamn motherfuckers when it comes to that shit. They're so good.
Aren't they?
And see, I this is one of those things where I really wish the Street Profits were still champions, so that this could be a title program. And I mean, hey, if Jimmy and Jay get those titles off of Ray and Dom, I say first feud.
First feud,
Street Profits.
Because the only other one that would have done better is the New Day, and like the New Day Usos program, that 3-year program didn't feel like a 3-year program, bro.
No.
It did not feel like
with the Hell in a Cell match that they had, the Uso Penitentiary beginnings,
Ooh,
them
so.
having Woods handcuffed in
Mm-hmm.
the fucking on the post and stuff. Unreal,
Yep.
unfucking real, man. That shit was solid.
Some of that stuff you never really would have thought happened could have happened, but no, they pulled out all the stops.
Oh yeah,
TLC, oh my
yep,
gosh, TLC,
yep.
and like the titles went back and forth, but like they had them for a few months at a time. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like one week on SmackDown, it's the Usos, and the next week on SmackDown, it's a New Day. Like it
Yeah.
was a grueling battle for that stuff. So
Yeah, when you've got the right people, bouncing the title back and forth isn't a problem. Like
yeah,
it's a problem if you've just got the title bouncing, you know, month to month with random motherfuckers and stuff like that because nobody's getting a reign there.
yep,
But when you have the Usos versus the New Day,
hmm
or you have Charlotte versus Sasha,
hmm
bounce that fucking title back and forth, baby. Let's go. Like,
hmm
because you
hmm
know what that does? Creates unpredictability. That creates surprises because you don't know when it's going to happen and when it's not going to happen.
yep, yep. Speaking of
Um,
surprises,
yeah, but yeah, great match. Montez Ford went for that ridiculous splash that motherfucker does. I don't know how that boy gets that high up in the air. It shouldn't be possible.
sky
Even
high.
by ladder, you shouldn't be able to get that far off of the ground. Uh,
Mm.
it's
Listen,
mental, but he fucking smashes it every time.
yep.
Unfortunately, this time Jimmy pulled Jay out of the ring, and he just crashed onto flat canvas. Um, and then they got hit with the super kick party,
Oof.
and yeah, it was all over. Which then they went backstage, told Adam Pierce. Well, Jimmy, yeah, Jimmy told Adam Pierce, "Oh, I want." It's like, listen, Oos, we want the winner of tonight's tag team title match next week. Um, so fuck yes, like that's sick.
Mhm.
I think this is building to the redemption arc for Jay. Jay's gonna get out of that position as Roman's bitch.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I'm fucking stoked for this. This is the other thing where it's like the best 2 hours of wrestling every week is NXT. The second best 2 hours of wrestling every week is SmackDown. It's
hmm
not even fucking close.
It's agreeable.
Like Raw is way back.
Yep. 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 All right. So, that is for that, and then we got Natalia and Tamina defeat the Riot Squad, who got one of whom got the boot.
Give the fucking Sammy Sosa
Yep.
fucking. I mean,
hmm
Friday she's in a tag title match. The following Wednesday,
Gone.
fuck out of here. Um,
Gone.
they just got new gear.
Mm-mm.
They are like they're both dope. Ruby's a fucking killer. She's so sick in the ring. Uh, and yeah, I mean it's rough. It sucks. It sucks that Ruby's gone. Um,
Yep.
Tamina's frog splash continues to look straight out of the 70s.
Mm.
Um, she kind of lands on her feet first and falls forward.
Uh, yeah. I thought I saw that.
Like she doesn't really generally splash down on them. She just kind of
Like, leans forward and just falls off the rope kind of thing.
Yeah, and then like I said, lands on her feet and then falls forward again. Like, it's
Mm-mm.
weird. It's weird. Um,
Mm.
I'm happy for her. Like I'm happy that she's getting a nice little title run and stuff. But yeah, I I can't imagine other than who they pay for what that they have. That they have much logic behind who gets cut and who stays when Ruby's gone.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's messed up.
you know
You're gonna put someone in. It's like cutting Gallows and Anderson after WrestleMania.
that I why'd you have to bring that up, man? Why you making
Uh,
the club getting fucking
it's a
fired?
sore spot. It's a sore spot. It's
God
a sore
damn it.
spot. My bad. My bad. But yeah. SmackDown Women's Champion Bianca Belair defeats Carmella.
Yeah, Carmella's little entrance thing trips me out when she's dancing behind that curtain
Yeah.
because it looks like she's facing the other direction.
Hmm.
Like the way her legs are moving and everything, and like the shape wise, it looks like she's facing towards the Titantron. And then the thing falls, and she just must turn real quick or something because she's
Mm.
never facing the other direction. But I forget every time. I always expect that she's not going to be looking at like she's not going to be face forward when that fucking thing drops.
Okay. Okay. So guess what? Remember how I was talking about the Mart and the Zon
The what?
earlier in the Mart and the Zon. I'm not
Oh
naming them.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
yeah.
naming them on they got to endorse us for that shit. But
Mm-hmm.
so I was talking about how one takes longer than the other. Well, I was supposed to wait another 4 days for something from the Mart. I just got an email saying that it's ready today.
Nice.
So some hey man, you got to put it in the universe for it to come to fruition. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, up next we have, man, honestly, I need to
The
find where
drip,
this the draft
the fucking
is the
unmitigated
port.
gall of
It's
this man to have this much drip weekly is ridiculous.
he's not even dripping anymore. He's pouring it out. He's just
It's
pouring that shit
unreal.
out. Just pouring it
Where does
out.
this motherfucker get these suits?
Who are
Where
you
does he
to
get them?
who are you to put purple and green and blue together so nice though?
He's ridiculous. He's
Like
ridiculous. He's got more drip than anybody ever. It's
I
stupid,
I never
including
knew.
Johnny Drip Drip.
Drip has some drip too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
holy, but Seth is. Whew,
Seth's on a different level right now. I don't understand. I
whew,
don't understand. His fucking suit game is on fire right now.
it's a
It's
problem.
fucking, in the immortal words of Moro Ronaldo, he is in fuego.
El
This boy
fuego.
is fucking nuts. I don't
Mm,
understand it, man. He's
crazy,
fucking he's just
crazy.
get it. I don't get it. I every week, every fucking week, this man comes out and they're like, oh, Seth Rollins coming out. I'm like, okay, it's
Yep.
impossible for him to top his drip from last week, and this motherfucker does it every week
I almost expect him to come out in the same suit as the week before, just because of
because
how
it wouldn't
drip.
matter.
It would.
It's so good, it's fine. You can wear that suit every week for the rest of your life, and no one's gonna get sick of it.
Yep, yep. But no, I think he might be fucking with multiple designers. Like he has to
But they
because
all look so similar.
I
Like not similar,
know.
but they look in they're
Yeah.
cohesive. Like they're a cohesive
Yes.
wardrobe.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
mix and match some of these shits.
Yep. 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 Yep.
It's
Like
got to
that.
be one person, and I don't know what it is. Oh, I gotta
The
find
paint
the
drip would have
fucking
went
suit.
nice. The paint drip coat would have went nice with the pants for this one. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
Yep.
paint drip coat. I,
Oh,
like I said, it's more drip every week just by nature of how many different suits he's got. But that
mm-hmm,
paint drip suit is the most
mm-hmm,
ridiculous fucking suit I've ever seen in my life. Like that's the
mm-hmm,
best suit ever,
mm-hmm.
ever.
So Seth
Um,
Rollins provided a medical update on Cesaro.
yeah, I was just about to say I don't want to forget that he didn't just come out wearing a suit. He did say words.
Yes,
Um,
there are words to this segment.
but god damn it, it was hard to hear over that loud ass suit. Um,
Loud.
yeah. So I guess the point of this was that the beatdown he put on Cesaro last week, that he's saying Cesaro is still in the hospital. He played audio footage that he was like, "Oh, this is Cesaro writhing in pain in the hospital," which is a weird flex. Like that's a weird one. So you work for WWE, motherfucker. If you can get audio of it, you can get video. Like, what are we doing here?
You know what I mean? Though, put the extra dollars in. Put
Um,
the extra dollars in.
yeah, like weird
Uh,
flex. But when you're wearing suits like that, you can flex however you want. I'm with you.
like most people flex like this. Seth Rollins
Yeah,
come out and just flex like that. It doesn't matter
yeah,
because of the drip.
yeah. He just goes
Just do
arms
the drip.
straight out. Doesn't even
Straight
try.
out.
He's like,
Just
what?
this. Oh, drip.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprised he doesn't. What if he comes out with one of those Jericho LED drip, like fucking the colors and
And the lights light up
and the
like
lights
like
and
and go off to make it look like a drip going
stretching.
down. Fuck me.
Yes.
Fuck
Oh my
me.
gosh, bro!
That'd
I'm
be
telling you.
ridiculous.
Listen, it's
If he does that,
possible.
I'm buying the jacket.
It's a WWE. It's possible. All right. So we have Kevin Owens defeated Apollo Crews by disqualification.
Yeah. Just want to say, Nigerian Nail, worst name, worst move ever. Uh,
I'm
hate
gonna
it.
hit you with my thumb.
Mm. And this time, he hit him in the back of the neck. He didn't even try to reach the. What are you doing? Aziz is lazy. Aziz is a lazy
oh,
worker. This
oh,
motherfucker ain't even trying to make shit look cool. He's got a
through the
whack
rope.
move that he doesn't even try to sell. It's
Mm-mm.
garbage. Fuck. I, I'm back to sick of Apollo Crews just because of Aziz.
He's just
This mother,
no.
get this motherfucker out of here. I'm done with him.
Oh man, thumbs down for sure.
Trash bag shit.
Oh,
But because of this match, I mean, this match was a good match. Kevin Owens had the upper hand for most of it. He hit a stunner on
Apollo.
on Apollo. It just tripped me out because I was reading what it says here, and they don't even talk about the match at all, other than to say seconds after Kevin Owens hit a stunner on Apollo Crews, Aziz blasted KO with the devastating Nigerian nail, devastating to my eyes. It's
Mm,
trash.
mm,
Um, and yeah, so now we're getting KO versus Apollo Crews again this week.
mm.
But this time, Aziz is banned from ringside, and we'll see how long he remains banned from ringside.
Yeah, no. Sure. All right. Well, that's. I don't know. It's an interesting development, but like I'm seeing less and less purpose to Aziz, but his, omnibus almost like presence.
But
Like,
like, he's not nearly as cool as Omos.
nah, but you notice how Omos is just like he just they make him yell like he's some kind of barbarian brute. Like they need to give him some cool lines.
Yeah.
Like it's like something like bet you thought you was going far. Well, you are now, and throw him across the ring. You know?
I don't know. I don't want Omos throwing out one-liners like a fucking cheesy '80s action fucking villain. Like I'm cool without that. I like my monsters scary.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like that. I'm just saying, like somewhere along those lines. But like the raw as he charges forward is just like, okay, bro, I get it. You're big, you're tall, you're scary. You just
Oh yeah. I like it. I like the yelling because he's like literally going, like I said from Raw. He was like the best thing on Raw was him
oh
just
man,
going like 1,000 miles an hour down the fucking ramp, chasing Elias and
oh
shoving him
man,
through a fucking video board. That
oh
was
man,
great.
that's
That was
golden.
fucking amazing.
That is definitely golden. I'm not taking away from that. Just saying. Speaking of sayings, Shinsuke Nakamura powered up and defeated Chad Gable.
Yeah. I was gonna say my segue for this was going from the worst sidekick of all time to the greatest sidekick of all time in Rick Boogs. I fucking love Rick
Oh
Boogs.
man,
That motherfucker is so shit at guitar. It's awesome.
he is intense though. Oh my
He's
gosh, like he comes on the
fucking
screen and it's just
amazing.
like, holy shit,
He's
it's
awesome.
crazy.
Rick Boogs is like the greatest new addition ever.
Oh man.
He just fucking he popped up out of nowhere, and I love that during the uh, right before this fucking match started, they were showing highlights of Rick Boogs from the week before, and one of the highlights was fucking was Pat McAfee air guitaring and fucking like going like this onto fucking standing up next to Michael Cole who's sitting down and just like throwing his crotch into Michael Cole's shoulder while he's fucking air guitaring with Rick Boogs.
Oh my gosh.
It's the
Oh,
greatest thing ever. It's so
oh,
fucking good.
oh.
And yeah, I mean, big surprise here.
Mm.
Shinsuke beat Chad Gable. Uh, fucking what's his name? Uh, Tucky tried to interfere a little bit, but didn't really get anywhere with it. Uh, yeah, I mean, obviously Shinsuke is the man, but Rick Books is too good.
The side, like, I don't know who's crazier. Like, who's more wild? Shinsuke, because when Shinsuke came out, he was just like doing his thing, and then like Rick Boogs is like they're trying to one up each other, kind of like who can be more wild and spontaneous with their bodily movements and
I'm
shit.
literally
Like,
crying. I'm literally crying thinking about it right now. He fucking, he,
uh,
he, he fucking Rick Boogs goes down on his knees and starts trying to shred the fucking melody line from Shinsuke's song, and then Shinsuke comes up right beside him and does the same shit.
yep, yep,
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. They're
hmm
they're the best. They're my favorite new duo.
yep, yep, definite.
Oh
Oh
my god,
man,
they're so good.
oh Lee, big. And then the final match of the evening, Dominic does like his daddy and defeats Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode in a handicap match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which needs to be changed.
The big time.
Yep.
Dominic's gear is strange to me.
It's almost like a Seth Rollins Power Rangers combination. But I
So
think,
exactly what I was gonna say was I feel like they took Seth's um, old gear, hand me downed it to uh, Dominic, and just scribbled DM on the front,
mm,
and then put like half uh, question marks on the legs. Cause yeah, it literally just looks like old Seth Rollins gear.
like this specific one looks literally like something that Rollins wore to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
exactly like it. It's weird.
yep.
Match is pretty good. Dominic is definitely getting better and better in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the the mysterious attack on Ray backstage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we thinking that that's one of the Dirty Dogs, or is that one of the Usos?
I think it should be one of the Usos.
Me too,
I think it should be one of the Usos. And
because I
I think next week Dom should have a little spill in. No, never mind, because they already done that. I think
they did that the
like
week before.
yeah, they did that the week before. So this week, like I don't know, they're gonna have to get both of them, or they're gonna have to get pounded in the ring.
Yeah, just because like I feel like the Dirty Dogs time in this feud is over.
Yeah,
If you lose a 2-on-1 handicap match to Dom, even if it's because for whatever reason in 2021, motherfuckers are still getting distracted and confused when someone's entrance music hits in the middle of a match. I mean, granted, Ray's music starts out very surprisingly with Booyaka Booyaka 619. But how the fuck are motherfuckers still like, huh? This couldn't go wrong at all.
Nope, no idea.
Because then it just ended with a roll up. Like Dom missed his 619.
Wow. How do you miss that?
And when he missed the 619, the point was for him to miss it, and then like when he landed, kind of be still from the momentum, be like turning, and that lead to a famouser, which, as I've said, is one of my favorite moves ever.
Yeah.
This was one of the worst famousers I've ever seen, and I can't tell if it was Ziggy's fault or if it was Dom's fault, because Dominic turned too much and his like body was like sideways. Like he was facing the camera basically instead of facing down. And Dolph just didn't seem like he cared. He just kind of and
hit him with it.
And it was done. And then Booyaka 619, and then fucking Dominic rolled up Rude 1 2 3, and then the Usos came out and faced off with the Mysterios, which is cool. It's like we're getting a family feud going on now, which I'm down for.
Hold on a second.
Yep. Bear with us for one moment, folks.
Yeah, just bear with us. Yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, man. Parental duties. Yep. Parents' role is never done.
That's basically what Rey Mysterio did when he came out in the match. Dom, don't you lose one of those titles, you lose them both.
yo, it's so true. Listen, man, like I'm cool until that, like I'm sitting here and I'm chilling. I'm just like, wait a minute, parental sense is tingling. Parental sense is tingling. Hold up.
Oh, I'm way too happy with myself for that joke.
Oh man, that was great.
I'm
that
so
was
pleased.
Great.
But yeah, the other thing I'll mention is the Usos. There was a part in between where it showed Jimmy and Jay talking to Roman, and then Jimmy left, and Jay was there, and Roman was like, "I thought you were with me. Now you're with your brother." Blah 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 blah. With his goddamn calm voice. And then after that, he kind of was pressuring Jay again, saying like, "With me, you're main event Jey Uso, and now what? You're relegated to the opening match." Which, let's just get this straight: Jey Uso ain't in no main events. Like he might be
Man.
standing at the sidelines during a main event, but Jey Uso ain't been in no, ain't been main event Jey Uso for the time that he's been with Roman. Like
Nah, it's been a minute since he's been
he
in the
might have
main
had
event.
like he might have had a couple, like maybe one or two, when
No, yeah, he's been in a couple. He's been
a
in a
couple.
couple,
No, no,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He's had like one or two, but those matches were matches that he was fighting for Roman.
Oh,
Those those
okay.
were
Yeah, yeah.
matches where he was in the he was having a match to try to beat somebody to prevent them from getting to have a match with Roman,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
same thing. It's not like
Uh, yeah, it's not the same thing as like being in the main event because you are the main event.
no, that's called being cannon fodder.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, you're at the front so that when the Swiss cyborg gets rolled up into a ball and shot out of a cannon at Roman, there's something to block Roman from getting hit.
Oh, the analogies are great. Oh man,
Like
tough talks with Tilly and the Block, episode 75. It just gets more and more raw as we give you the SmackDown. Oh man, so yeah, no, you're right. He's basically jobbing his cousin out.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
ultimately.
Jay didn't win any of those main events he was in because they were all to set up for Roman. Like it's
Mm-mm.
mental. It's mental. Uh, I am very excited, and I mean, here's the other thing:
Yeah.
the main event of this week
Hmm.
wasn't Roman Reigns.
Nope.
Roman Reigns was nowhere to be seen for this whole main event. So he was saying the only way for Jimmy or for Jay to be on TV during the main event is for him to be there doing it, right?
Hmm.
But Jimmy and Jay were both there present at the end of the show without Roman anywhere in sight
Hmm.
after a match that was the main event match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which is what they're fighting for this week, which would indicate that Roman is not who makes the main events.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I see what you're
Also,
saying.
Roman doesn't like to wrestle every week. So Roman's not even been on the main event on SmackDown at all this week. Roman didn't do anything on SmackDown this week except sit in
Mm.
the back and talk in his goddamn calm voice about, I thought you were with me. Now you're with your brother? What about all these months we did together?
Mm.
What about this?
Mm.
Paul, what about that? Motherfucker, if you don't get some energy in your goddamn voice, I'm gonna fucking throat, I'm gonna give you a Nigerian nail.
Nigerian now. Oh shit, that's
And
what's
I ain't gonna
up.
half-ass it like that lazy bitch Aziz.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man. So that's
uh,
the rundown for SmackDown. What do you got for UFC?
so there was no you actually I should bring this up. Uh, there was no UFC event this
Okay.
week, so Saturday didn't have a fight night or anything. Um, but let me see if I can find this tweet here because it absolutely destroyed me. Uh,
Okay.
let me see if I can find this. Yeah. Okay. So, um, uh,
I'm listening.
Bill Cosby, who's at Drew2C, uh, I, I saw this tweet on May 29th, which I think was the Saturday, right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
it destroyed me. Um, now, this is not me saying this, so none of my friends who have wives, not snitching anybody out here.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Let's good thing for thank you for putting that disclaimer out there. You hear that?
yes. But in big quotes here, this is a quote from Drew Tusey on Twitter, May 29th. A friend of mine has been cheating on his wife for the past 2 years, saying he was at my house watching UFC. He's never watched UFC at my house. I watch UFC alone, all by myself, with no distractions like a normal fan, which killed me. Um, he got caught today because she Googled UFC and it's not on.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
That is
Um,
oh no, that's terrible. That's terrible but hilarious.
yeah, I saw that shit on Saturday and I was legit bawling my eyes out laughing.
Oh my
That shit's
gosh.
fucking hilarious. Um,
Oh,
what we did have this week, in fact, last night, was the return of the Ultimate Fighter. We haven't had a season of the Ultimate Fighter since 2018, which was Ultimate Fighter Heavy Hitters, which was Team Robert Whitaker versus Team Kelvin Gastelum,
mm,
leading up to their leading up to what was supposed to be their uh, middleweight title match, which got canceled because Robert Whitaker had to go emergency dual surgery because he had after weigh-ins he had an abdominal hernia uh, that they said if he had taken a kick to the stomach would have killed him.
mm.
Now I want you to think about that for a second. He found out about that after he weighed in for the fight. That means he found out the morning before the fight or the afternoon before, like, so just over 24 hours before he was supposed to fight, in which he would have
Crazy.
definitely been hit in the stomach.
Yeah.
So we were within, it was that close to the first person in history dying in a UFC octagon.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good thing their doctors are serious.
yeah, yeah. Well, he was having pain and like a few hours before the event and had to run to, like, had to get rushed to the hospital.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was that shit was fucked up. But so we finally got the return of the Ultimate Fighter. We've got Team Volkanovski headed by Alexander Volkanovski, the current lightweight champion of the UFC. Actually, sorry, current featherweight champion of the UFC, and his next challenger, Brian T City Ortega, uh, who um, men everywhere hate
Mm,
because last year he was dating, or 2 years ago he was dating Halle Berry. Fuck you,
mm.
Brian. Um,
Aren't you
he's
lucky?
he's now dating. Uh, uh, I can't remember another an MMA fighter uh,
Mm.
who is also making everybody angry because it's like, God damn it! How the meme I keep saying attached to pictures of the two of them together is the one of Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, where he's like, he can't keep getting away with this. Uh, fucking genius. Like
Oh,
that shit
priceless.
is fucking genius. I laugh every time I see that. So if anybody sees that meme, repost
Mm,
that back to me again because I'll never stop liking it. Um, and yeah, we had they picked their teams, and we had our uh, first fight. The
mhm,
first one was we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got four bantamweights and four middleweights on each team. We had the middleweights first fight yesterday, and it was Aaron Phillips versus Andre Petrosky. Andre Petrosky won with 19 seconds left in the first round by guillotine,
mm.
and yeah, so we're well on our way. It's going to be a good season, I think. The little highlight thing they showed at the end of it seems like Volkanovski and Ortega do not like each other. One of the worries going into this season was that neither of these guys are necessarily the most charismatic. Um, so, and when you're doing a reality show for however many weeks, you do want some
Charisma.
charismatic motherfuckers to be watching. Um, Otherwise, just throw them all in the contender series. But yeah, it it looks like we're gonna have a good season. I'm just happy to have it back. I was desperately missing the Ultimate Fighter. It's one of my favorite shows ever. It's my favorite reality show ever. Um, like if anybody hasn't watched it yet, my suggestions are to go back and watch. Um, Let me see here. Uh, Sorry, 1 second here.
Yeah.
Season 10 for sure. That one I know offhand. Season 10, everyone should watch. That's mandatory viewing. That was the two coaches were Sugar Rashad Evans and
Is
uh,
that, is that Michael
and
Bisping?
everyone's favorite hero, uh, uh, Mr. Black on Black Crime himself, uh, fucking Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
Funniest motherfucker ever in UFC on a mic. That motherfucker was hilarious.
Uh,
Literally, when Joe Rogan asked him uh, what his thoughts were on a pending fight with King Mo, he literally grabbed the mic and goes, "Black on black crime."
oh wow,
He's
wow,
just he's a fucking psychopath. Rampage Jackson's a fucking villain.
wow.
He's
Yep,
so
yep.
he's so funny.
Oh
Um,
man.
he's such a weirdo. Uh, and Let me see here. Yeah, so we've had that one. There was a season that had I think it was season 24, I want to say, which was Conor McGregor versus Uriah Faber. They did Team USA versus Team Europe.
Mhm.
Um, we've had Chael Sonnen versus John Jones as coaches. Um, Ken Shamrock versus Tito Ortiz. Brock Lesnar. I can't remember who was opposite Brock. Uh,
I know Bisping was one of them, but I don't
not
remember what.
against Brock.
No.
Bisping was against Mayhem Miller, Jason Miller.
Okay.
Um, and that season, that's actually another season that's definitely a must watch because uh, Mayhem Miller tries to do like a little prank on uh, Bisping,
Yeah.
and Bisping and his buddy just took it to a whole different fucking level and
Oh
just
shit.
fucked
Eh?
with them so hard for the rest of the fucking season. Actually,
Nice.
the guy who was Bisping's assistant coach that slash co-conspirator in all the pranks was also uh, Rampage Jackson's assistant coach and co-conspirator, and
Mm.
is also currently Brian Ortega's assistant coach. So we'll see if if my man can bring some of that pranking into the season because I'd be very happy to see some of that. Let me see here. Just trying to find here. Where is team Bisping? Oh, we had George St. Pierre versus Koscheck. That was good. There was also um, Henderson, Dan Henderson, and Michael Bisping.
Mm.
Um, there's been a lot. I'm struggling for some reason to find
You
the
looking for
one
one
with
specific one?
yeah. Because where's my boy? It's just this is just the coaches. It may have been coaches. Um, Coaches. Because when we had the winner of the show was El Kakui, Tony Ferguson. Brock Lesnar versus Junior Dos Santos. That's what it was.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it was
yes. I
JDS
remember
versus
that
Brock Lesnar.
one. Yep.
Tony Ferguson won. by defeating Ramsey Nijem in the finals. Um, we also had Conor McGregor versus Uriah Faber was in 2015. We had Joanna and Jacek versus Claudia Gadelha, which is if you put those two women on TV, I'll watch whatever the fuck it is you're putting them on TV. And that was a great season. We had Benavides versus Cejudo was okay. Um, I mean, I really liked Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. That was a
Okay.
fantastic season just because those two are both. I mean, Daniel Cormier is an incredible coach, as well as an incredible fighter. And Daniel, that was the lead up to Daniel winning the heavyweight title, becoming the second ever two weight class, like double champ, simultaneous
Okay.
double champ. And then Amanda became the third. And then Henry Cejudo became the fourth, which we don't have to talk about.
You sound so displeased.
I fucking hate Henry Cejudo.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god, I'm glad he lost his Olympic medals. What a prick.
Oh wow.
But
Wow. Dagger to the sternum, right
just saying,
here.
just saying.
Well, twist it, why don't you? Give it a little twist, why not?
Stay retired, Henry. You're done.
Oh man.
And then the other ones that are really good, specifically, is the third season of The Ultimate Fighter Brazil. Because the third season of The Ultimate Fighter Brazil, the coaches were Vanderlei Silva and Chael P. Sonnen,
Ooh.
the biggest arms in Westland, Oregon. Chael Sonnen, the one of the greatest trash talkers of all time.
Mm.
Very funny motherfucker. He on several occasions during interviews said that uh, that the Noguera brothers, Antonio and Noguera, he was in Vegas the first time they touched down in America, and that he saw them walk over to a Greyhound bus, and that Little Nog started petting the side of it, while Big Nog tried to feed it a carrot because they thought
No.
it was a horse.
No. Lock it.
and and like years later, Joe Rogan asked Chael about it and said, "You killed me with how you would just adamantly claim that that was true. Like it's hilarious." And Chael starts laughing. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, Joe, that's 100% true."
Oh shit. Oh
uh,
fuck.
fucking
That's
so
great.
good, so funny.
That's
Um,
great.
yeah, absolutely love those motherfuckers because they're
Oh,
just complete psychopaths. But
boom.
yeah, so The Ultimate Fighter is an amazing show. Very happy it's back. We've got about quite a few more weeks left.
Oh man. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's gonna be fun stuff. If you've never watched a season of it, now's the time. Jump in because you can start fresh with a whole brand new season.
Oh man. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, boom.
Yeah.
That's it. There you go. There you go. We got a
Oh,
little bit. Oh wait, no.
sorry. The other thing I was gonna say is because we haven't really mentioned it overall. I have a list here,
The list.
and this is a much less fun list than Jericho's list,
Okay.
but it is a WWE list.
All right.
It is June 2nd
Yes,
of the year 2021.
indeed. Indeed.
Indeed. Um, Here are the wrestlers who have been released from the company this year:
Oh man, let's go.
Braun Strowman,
Bye bye.
Aleister Black,
He gone.
Lana. Which this breaks my heart even more now.
What?
Yeah, Lana's gone. Lana
Damn.
got released today. Um,
Wow.
now the the good news is that means our girl can reunite with our boy because
Miro?
Lana is the best. Lana's number one. Lana is the best. Lana's number one. Uh, so let's get her
Oh,
over to AEW.
all
Get
right.
her teamed up with Miro. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Make it happen.
Um, but the sad news, which I think is more sad than her being reunited with her husband, is happy. We no longer get to see her and Naomi in those matching gear
Mm.
and the backstage videos Lana would always post of her patting Naomi's butt. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
God,
Those,
no more.
those days are over. Those days
There'll
are
be no
over.
more. There are no
Rest in
more.
peace to those beautiful videos. Um, we we also today lost Ruby Riott from the
Yeah.
WWE. Buddy Murphy is gone. Santana Garrett is gone.
Yeah.
Which also makes me sad because god damn it, Santana Garrett was fun. The super bubbly personality, the like almost like 80s workout video gear that she wore with the big fucking headband and stuff like that. Uh, I mean, look at her. Look at her.
Yep.
Um, fantastic. She's no longer there. Uh, we also this year they released Samoa Joe, the Iconics, Mickey James, Chelsea Green, Tucker, Callisto, Wesley Blake, and Steven Cutler. Good riddance.
Mm.
Um, Bo Dallas,
Wow.
Mojo Rawley,
He gone.
Velveteen Dream,
Whoo.
Alexander Wolf,
Bad.
Ezra Judge,
Okay.
Skylar Story,
Uh,
Vanessa Bourne,
yeah.
Jessamine Duke.
Damn.
Now this one is disputed by her, not Jessamine, but uh, Kavita Devi, the girl, the Indian girl that they hired for
Mhm.
when they opened the performance center over in India.
Yeah.
She has moved back to India, had a torn ACL for a bit. Um, she also, her husband contracted COVID earlier in the year. Um, she says that she has not been released, but the way she words it here doesn't sell me on the fact that she hasn't been released.
Mm.
Uh, she says, everyone at WWE has been incredibly supportive, and I'm filled with gratitude for everything they have done for me. I've also had an ACL injury for over a year and have been unable to perform in the ring, but WWE still supported me through all of that. They understand that India is where I need to be. We are working together on a new arrangement that allows me to be home but still be part of the WWE universe. That's called watching it from home.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is. You're
You
doing what the rest of us fans doing.
Yeah, you are a member of the WWE universe now in the same way that I am. So, sorry to tell you, maybe you can get on one of the video screens if you sign up early enough on the fucking thing. Um,
Oh man.
Also, good riddance, Lars Sullivan.
Yep.
uh, we lost Andrade,
Damn.
and then um, Tom Phillips. This is now non wrestlers. Tom Phillips,
Mm-hmm.
Adnan Virk after about a month of
If.
work. Josiah Williams, can't remember who that
Okay.
is.
No clue.
Drake Wirtz, who was the referee, who was apparently going to PTA meetings and advocating anti-mask, pro-Trump, fucking anti-BLM bullshit.
Dumbass.
So good riddance. Peace out, Drake. Fuck yourself.
Mm.
Jake Clemens, also a referee. Didn't hear any reports of him doing anything to cause his release. Drake was, you know, kicked out for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And Adnan wasn't, reportedly was a mutual parting of ways. Not sure I believe that.
Mm.
They said that with touring starting up again, it would be hard for his family life or whatever. Guess what? Adnan Virk knew there was a possibility of touring when he joined the WWE fucking E.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He should have at least.
There's
Should.
no world in which that wasn't discussed earlier,
Well, I
especially
don't
since
see.
he didn't sign on till April, like the day after WrestleMania, right? Was his
Yeah.
first day, and then he. So at that point, vaccines were already starting to come out, like be administered and stuff like that. They were already getting ready to be able to start looking for where they were going to be able to start doing shows again. Um, so they absolutely talked to him about that. The reason he's gone is because people didn't like him on commentary.
Mm.
That's it.
Like
That's it.
honestly, one of the worst cuts that I find was Morrow. Morrow was a damn good announcer. He was a damn
The
good commentator.
greatest. He's
Damn
the
good commentator.
best.
Yeah,
He's the best active commentator in the world right now.
and I don't get why they would have parted ways with him. It's just, eh.
It doesn't even make sense. I mean, yeah,
And
I
everybody after him, just trying to copy him.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Because they want to have somebody else they can show reaction videos of on YouTube and get a bunch of views on. But
Yeah.
guess what? Nobody's reactions are as cool as Moro's. You know why? Because Moro's were fucking legitimate. Because
Yep.
Moro was a fucking fan. He's a mark just like the rest of us. He loves this
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
He's loved this shit since he was a kid.
Yep.
Now, one good thing that they've done is they did hire my boy Jimmy Smith, former
Yep.
Bellator, former UFC commentator. Has his own MMA podcast. He's been in the MMA world for a long time. He's also been a wrestling fan for a long time. We hired him. He's Adnan's replacement. I'm excited to watch. He's one of the big reasons I'm excited to watch this week's Raw,
Okay.
because I fucking love Jimmy Smith. And when the rumors came out when they first released Adnan, and the first rumor came out saying that the current choice for his replacement is Jimmy Smith, I was like, my Jimmy Smith? Like MMA Jimmy Smith? And fuck, yes, it is. And from everything I've seen online, people loved his first appearance on Raw. So it
Yeah.
sounds like he did a goddamn good job, which I
Mm.
fucking could have told you he would have done.
Mhm.
And yeah, very, very happy with that choice. I, I do wish they would bring my boy DC in on commentary, Daniel Cormier.
Mm.
Daniel Cormier is a huge name. He does great commentary on the UFC. He is somebody. If they want reaction videos from a commentator,
Yeah.
you bring in Daniel Cormier,
Okay.
because not a UFC pay per view goes by that there's not ridiculous gifs and videos of him, Joe Rogan, and John Anik's reactions to fights and stuff.
Mm.
It's just it doesn't happen. He's too good and he's too animated to not have that happen. And once again, that is a guy who his entire life has loved WWF/WWE. The dude
Mhm.
still watches it all the time. The dude still, when there's not a fucking global pandemic going on, the dude's still at events for WWE in the crowd. He's been at the WrestleManias and stuff like that with his
Mm.
kids. Like he brings his kids to it. He argues with his
So.
kids over who's the good wrestlers and who's the bad wrestlers. There's an amazing video of uh, of him with one of his, not his children, but one of his students, like one of his kid wrestling
Okay.
students who's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
He's a kid, but he's watching. They were watching the House of Horrors match
Yeah.
between Randy Orton uh,
Bray
and
Wyatt.
the Fiend and Bray
The
Wyatt.
Fiend. Yeah.
And it was fucking hysterical because he's asking the kid. He's like, "What's going on? Why? Why don't you like the match?" He goes, "There's no rules." He's like, "How how do you win?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "There's no pinfalls or submissions. How do you win without pinfalls or submissions?" And Daniel goes, what do you think would make the match better? And the kid goes, pinfalls or submissions. Like the kid's getting pissed off. And you could just hear
oh,
Daniel behind the camera fucking laughing at it. Like it's so funny.
that's great. That is
So
too much.
if they ever bring him in, that's gonna be a huge fucking coup for the WWE if they could drag him away from the UFC events. Or better
Well,
yet, let him do UFC pay per view still. So you get like double promotion.
yeah, do UFC pay per views and bring them on for the WWE pay per views because they don't off because UFC's on Saturday, right?
Right, but they're also in different cities.
Yeah, well, they pay them well enough.
That travel is gonna be a motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, you flying from coast to coast more times.
Yeah, so I think that's what probably holds it back from that. But
Yeah.
DC did say, I think 2 years ago, that he had flown out and done a screen test with Fox to be a SmackDown commentator.
Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll
And then
see.
I guess the only other thing we'll say is that the rumor that I was telling you about before we got on air is that the this latest thing of releases has some people speculating that this may be in preparation of a sale of the company, which would explain getting rid of guys like Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, stuff like that, because you don't want those big contracts sitting in something where you're trying to sell the company, because that's something that turns away prospective buyers because they're like, oh shit, now we have to pay these contracts out. Just like
Yep.
when the WWE bought WCW and they had all the NWO members, they had Hogan, Hall, Nash, who were all getting millions a year. Sting, Ric Flair, Booker T, all these guys. Some of them came over and started wrestling right away, as we remember, right?
Yep.
Some of them sat home and came later. The people who sat home and came later because if they sat home, it was guaranteed money. They just got the money that they would have got for going out on the road and working with WCW, because the WWE, having bought WCW and all of its property, has to pay out the contracts that they just purchased.
Yep.
So Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, all them, they sat home and made millions and millions each year, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you don't have to fuck up your body every day going on the road and taking bumps, and you can still make that same money, yeah, you do that. And then when that contract's over, then you renegotiate your next contract, and that's when you come and start taking bumps again. And now you've had 2 years to refresh. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
I can see why they do it.
yeah. So that's what people are thinking right now. But we will, we'll see.
Yep.
It's gonna be interesting. WWE sells something I
Yeah.
never thought I'd see.
I thought they'd sell to Disney before they sold to anybody else, but I think Peacock might have a little bit less restriction on their rating system.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and also Disney had just fucking bought uh,
Marvel.
Fox
Fuck.
and fucking all of its subsidiaries and stuff that are not Fox Sports or Fox News. So they, I mean, they've been spending mad money, and they just had a full year where they couldn't have anybody in their parks.
Yeah, yeah. So they're crushed right now.
Yeah, and I mean they're still making hella cake.
They're
They've
still
got
making guap, yeah.
Disney Plus is doing extremely well. All their shows have been doing extremely well. They currently have, just of Marvel movies, not of other Disney movies, just of Marvel movies. They currently have 10 that are in post production finishing, already shot, that have not been released.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I mean, they've got a lot of ability to just be
I gotta take
making money soon.
Yeah, I gotta take a minute to shout out everybody that's been on here. You know what I mean? Y'all been on here for the full podcast. A couple of y'all, so I gotta shout out. If you want to see what we're doing behind the scenes, add up the Tough Talks Pod on Twitter.com. You want to get a hold of us? It's tillyandtheblock@gmail.com.
Yep.
You know what I
Or
mean?
Tough Talks
That's
Pod on Twitter.
Tough Talks Pod on Twitter. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Hit
sir.
us up. Let us know what you think about the latest shows, and you know, ask any questions that we can
Mm-hmm.
try to get to. But yeah. So I think we good.
I think that's it.
That's it. That's it. All right. All right. So yeah, this is one of the longer shows because I got a little sidetracked, and then there's a couple other things we had to cover. You know that
I
we never
mean,
really.
we had another 6 fucking wrestlers released today, and
Yeah.
making it like a fucking like almost like 20 for the year so far, and we're just starting the 6th month. We're not even a full 6 months in. We're 5 months and 2 days in.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
We're
yeah,
yeah.
it's
So.
crazy shit going on right now, and
Madness.
not to mention the return of the Ultimate Fighter.
Yep. Yep. So things are happening in this combat sports world. I'd be remiss not to mention AEW, NJPW, and Ring of Honor because they are, as well as Impact, TNA Impact, they are also other brands of sports combat that you can catch. Tune in to those stations that play them, and yeah, look them up. Look them up.
Yeah, AEW's pay-per-view last Sunday was shit.
Ah!
We'll just that's all the coverage I need to do of it. It was not good.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, you can still stay away from most of AEW.
Yep. They just got marketing, and even then, by the time they market it and you see it, it's just like, did I really watch that? So,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, man. So, you know how it goes. It is what it is, and it is what it will be. Tune in to us for the 1, 2, 3.